Women are not desirable right now. Everyone's a Kim Kardashian clone. I asked you earlier, what don't men want? And you said promiscuity. Well, that seems about the only thing that's being offered right now. When I open my Instagram and I've got butt cheeks and I'm going, people are like, I don't understand why no one wants to, this woman's been married 4 times. I'm like, well, I can understand it, because even if men think they want it in the short term, when you see a girl, she's half naked, she looks good. Yeah, sure, you probably do want to have sex with her. I bet you're wired that way. You're hardwired that way. Yeah. But then what happens after you have sex with her and you realize that so did 20 other dudes 100%. In the same week, you don't want her.
You nailed it. You absolutely not only nailed it.
Candace is the only one speaking the truth.
I find it very interesting that a woman sits here to me and says, no, men are allowed to sit around and do all and feel sad. And those are the men they ignore when they DM. No. Those are the men they ignore them all. No. The man who works in Starbucks, who's sad all the time, you won't reply to him. Neither will any other female. So for women to come along and pretend they give a about the fact that most men are basically invisible. There is not a female on the planet who's invisible today. You can be a 4, overweight, fat, you'll still go to the club and get attention. 99% of the men go to the club and nobody even fucking talks to them. If they try and talk to a girl, they get blanked and ignored and told to Most men are absolutely and utterly invisible. This is the truth about masculinity, right? It's very easy for women to sit here and complain about the top 2% of men because I dealt with this guy, he's arrogant, blah, 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 blah. Most men don't even fucking exist. They send 10,000 DMs and never even get read, let alone replied to. So if you just sit here and say, I'll get a G, a big G, a boss, a millionaire, and let him have a day off, very nice of you. I'm sure you would. But
she knew it was true, hence nothing to say but to just agree.
So you're telling me that a woman has to go work like a man every day, and a man goes work and he's tired when he gets home. A woman's not tired. She has to clean, cook, do the dishes, do the laundry. Are you kidding me?
Why don't you want to do that?
What are you talking about? Why don't I want to do that? You know how fucking tiring that is? Have you done that?
First of all,
I do it every day.
First of all, do not choose a woman who don't want to be a woman.
Right. So you don't want to be a woman. No, you don't want to be a woman.
Yelling doesn't mean you're winning an argument. It's a sign of low intelligence. You can lower your voice and speak to me. I'm sitting right here. I can hear you.
And you're yelling.
All this, I cook and I clean and yeah, that's part of your function. But when your tire is flat, my function is to make sure you have a new tire.
But
when your car needs an oil change, it's my job to make sure these people ain't ripping you off. We have different duties and functions and responsibilities. And if you don't love your duty, your function, your responsibility, you're not fit to be a wife, period.
Yelling doesn't mean that you are winning an argument. It's a sign of low intelligence, preach on, brother.
She called him a red flag, but his response flipped everything.
You're 38? Yeah. Red flag.
It's less about being a red flag and more about being a liability. If I were to bring you into my life, you would be a liability. You can't teach me anything. You can't help me with my finances in any way. You can't add any intellectual anything into my life. And if you're not already on that path,
I'm already on it. That's the problem. You don't know enough about me.
You're absolutely right. I don't know enough about you. You said you've had Airbnb properties.
Good luck with the other girls back there. You're messing up.
I can tell that you're triggered, and that's okay.
I'm not triggered, sweetheart.
And this is why your immaturity will prevent you from being with a real man. Next contestant, please.
His comments hit her soul. His tone is the reason why she'll never forget this moment.
You're an internet hoe, just like us. Just like the...
Yeah, I don't do word.
Yeah, you don't have to. Likes, views.
Define exploit.
So you define it. You define it. You define it.
You use the word.
I can't use... I cannot give you a total definition, so you define it.
You use the word.
You define it.
Tonight, what evidence do you have that I exploited anybody here at this panel?
You exploited the British one that was sitting here.
How?
You cursed at her.
How is that exploit? Whoa, hold on. Stop.
That's
hold on. No, hold on. I never called her.
Yeah, you didn't
call her. No, I didn't. This is the second time you've
But I think British... Well, you didn't.
This is the second time. Right. Yeah, because you're being a... Quite frankly.
Really?
Do you know what a false accusation is? This is why women are extremely dangerous, because they will assert with the utmost confidence that a man did something or said something that is on tape that he clearly did not even do. I did not call her a...
You're an internet hoe, and it doesn't change anything.
This is a major problem debating women. They use terms and phrases they don't understand, and they argue with feelings, not with facts or evidence.
There's not a big pool of good men.
That's a lie.
That's not a lie.
That is a lie.
That's not a lie. You tell me.
Listen, there's not a lot of good men who want y'all. I'm clapping for myself. Where the good man at? Like they hiding under a rocker in a cave. They everywhere. They at the gas station. They at Costco. They at Equinox. They at the bank. They walking right past you and you don't show up on their radar because of the way you are. They're gonna walk right by you. Your pretty face ain't gonna go too far because everybody's pretty. That's a prerequisite. So if that's all you got to offer, we not looking at you. But there's plenty good men. They just don't want your ass. I ain't never heard no woman say, I know I ain't shit. When have you ever heard a woman admit to not being shit? She'll say, this man ain't shit, he ain't shit, he was bad, he was bad, he was bad, he was bad. But for the most part, every woman think they're a good woman. What makes you a good woman? Who's auditing that you're a good woman? You are auditing yourself. Why don't you ask your exes what they think? Because all your relationships diminished and ended in turmoil.
Bro, you're not clapping for yourself. We're all clapping with you.
Are you married?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
Is he happy?
Oh, that's a weird question. Usually they ask if I'm happy.
Yeah, like it's a different kind of an interview. I'm just, you know, because he's not here, like I want to show my care for him as well. Is he happy? Your answer is yes, no. You don't wanna answer that question?
No.
I think it's okay. I think we got the answer.
Who we?
That's me and the camera guy. You got it, bro?
She doesn't care if her husband is happy.
My husband doesn't know what's going on. The other gentleman does know that I am married. And I don't want to leave my husband, but I don't want to break things off with this other gentleman either.
So let me give you another side to this, okay? So, Number one, I don't think you love your husband. I don't. I think you love the idea of the security that 7+ years of quasi-stable relationship brings. I also think deep down you understand that you are with somebody of so little character that he doesn't mind blowing up another family so he can hook up with somebody. So I think you found yourself in a pretty dicey moral dilemma.
She didn't find herself in a moral dilemma. She put herself in a moral dilemma on purpose.
I feel bad for you.
I feel bad for you because you're 22 and you're on OnlyFans and you've already hit your peak.
You have been so rude on this show, Bangs. Don't sit here and gaslight this whole audience. We've all seen you on here, multiple appearances. You are rude and nasty as you can be.
The fact a woman mocked her voice and called her out cut her far deeper than anything any man has ever said to her.
When a man wants to get married, he's only getting married truly for one reason. Because let me be honest with you women, the men can work and provide for themselves. He does not necessarily need you to cook, clean, and have sex because he can get sex for multiple women. They're giving it out. A lot of them can cook and clean. Their mother taught them, or they can pay someone to get it. The culture is telling them, do not get married. So why would a man go past what the culture is telling him and choose to have a wife? Because with a wife, you can now have love. You can now have nurturing. You can have support. You can have affection. This is what he can't get from a roommate. So if that is not what you're leading with in your relationships with men, is love, support, nurturing, and respect. This is why your husband is now pulling away, because in the beginning you gave him those things. But as you got into the relationship, you got bitter, you got resentful, you start seeing his flaws, start counting that against him, you start measuring him against other men, and now you're pulling back on the love, the affection, and the nurture.
Do you agree with her?
I'm gonna make a TikTok about this.
Really?
Be careful.
Did you just threaten me in my own courtroom?
Oh, no. Well, no. No.
Well, yes.
Like I said, I have a big following. This is not fair. I mean, to be honest, I don't know why we're here. This is like a typical thing in social media.
Okay, when you say you made it your own, what do you mean you made it your own?
I like added filters and stuff.
How many views did you get on this particular video?
3.2 million.
How many did you get?
10,000.
Honestly, The only thing I'm guilty of here is being like a star.
You're not a star in this courtroom. You know what you are in this courtroom?
A girl.
You're a thief. You are a thief.
Listen, it's my job. He should be thanking me.
No,
And also, I'm
no,
scared.
this is not your job. You do not get to steal other people's content and make money off it.
This is not fair. He's scary. He sent me scary messages. I'm so scared.
Denied.
Oh my God.
How much were you asking for? $2,500? I'm not going to give you $2,500. I don't think that you deserve the $2,500. I do think that you deserve the $12,000. So that is what I'm going to grant you.
These influencers really are bottom feeders. She's so entitled, it's repulsive. And that's it for today on Sigma Traits. Make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring that notification bell. Support this channel through membership. You can also support through PayPal, link in the description. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. See you all tomorrow.